You think you're in control. You think that clicking a button, following a profile, or letting your eyes linger on a screen for 5 seconds too long is just a distraction. You tell yourself it's a release. You tell yourself you're just a man with natural urges. But let's be ruthless for a moment. You aren't releasing anything. You are being consumed. You are pouring your life's blood into a digital ghost that doesn't know you exist. Every time you surrender your vision to a pixelated image, you aren't just losing time. You are losing your soul. You are trading your kingdom for a handful of dirt. Socrates once said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." But if you actually stopped to examine your life right now, your private habits, your search history, the way your heart races when you're alone with a smartphone, would you even recognize the man you see? Or would you see a slave? The architecture of the trap lust isn't a guest in your house. It's a squatter. It enters through the windows of the eyes, but it doesn't stay there. It moves into the basement of your subconscious. It starts to rewire how you see the world. Suddenly, a woman isn't a person with a story, a family, and a destiny. She's a product. She's an object to be used to fill a hole in your chest that can never be filled by flesh alone. This is the great deception. You think you're hungry for beauty, but you're actually starving for meaning, and the world is happy to feed you poison while telling you it's honey. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, wrote in his Meditations, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." But the change lust brings is not the delight of nature. It is the rot of the spirit. It changes a leader into a follower. It changes a protector into a predator. It changes a man of vision into a man of shadows. Look at your life. How many opportunities have slipped through your fingers because you were too tired, too drained, or too ashamed to chase them? How many relationships have you sabotaged because you were looking for perfection in a screen instead of presence in a partner? You are chasing a mirage in the desert, and you're wondering why you're still thirsty. The philosophical cost. Why does this matter? Because a man who cannot rule his own eyes cannot rule anything. If you cannot say no to a thumbnail on a website, how will you say no to a bribe? How will you say no to a temptation that threatens your family? How will you stand firm when the world tries to break you? You are building a foundation of sand. Every time you indulge, you are digging a hole. You think you're building a life, but you're actually just decorating a prison cell. St. Augustine, a man who wrestled with these same demons before finding his faith, famously said, "Our heart is restless until it rests in thee." He understood that the human heart has a God-shaped vacuum. When you try to fill that infinite space with finite, cheap, dirty pleasures, it will never work. It's like trying to fill the ocean with a teaspoon. You will spend your whole life working, and the ocean will still be empty. Lust makes you a coward. It makes you hide. It makes you lie. It makes you a stranger to the people who are supposed to know you best. You think your secret is safe? Energy doesn't lie. Your wife feels the distance. Your children see the distraction in your eyes. Your friends see the lack of fire in your spirit. You are a dying star, and you're acting like everything is fine. The breakdown of the home. A man who is ruled by his lower instincts is a man who has abandoned his post. You were meant to be a pillar. A pillar doesn't bend every time a breeze blows. A pillar holds up the roof. But when you are consumed by these images, you become a hollow pillar. You look strong on the outside, but inside, you are powder. Think about the legacy you are leaving. If your son follows in your footsteps, where will he end up? If your daughter marries a man exactly like you, a man who views women as disposable entertainment, would you be proud? Or would it break your heart? The truth is ruthless. You cannot lead where you will not go. You cannot demand respect when you do not respect yourself. You cannot ask for God's blessing on a life that is actively mocking His design. The path to sovereignty. So, how do we fix it? We don't try to stop. Trying is for people who want to fail with an excuse. We kill the habit. First, radical amputation. If an app is your gateway to hell, delete it. If a certain person on your feed triggers your weakness, block them. Don't unfollow, block. There is no such thing as a harmless look when you are an addict. You wouldn't tell an alcoholic to just look at the bottle. You throw the bottle away. Second, fill the void. As we learned from the philosophers, the mind cannot remain empty. If you don't fill it with the good, the true, and the beautiful, the world will fill it with trash. Stop scrolling and start reading. Read the Stoics. Read the scriptures. Listen to the men who built civilizations, not the ones who are tearing them down for clicks. Third, physical hardship. Lust thrives in comfort. It loves a soft bed, a warm room, and a bored mind. It hates a man who is sweating. It hates a man who is pushing his body to the limit. Go to the gym. Run until your lungs burn. Take a cold shower. Remind your body that it is the servant and your mind is the master. Fourth, pursue a mission. A man with a purpose has no time for pixels. When you are building a business, raising a family, or studying the deep truths of the universe, a sexy image doesn't look like a temptation. It looks like an annoyance. It looks like a distraction from your greatness. The final verdict. The world wants you weak. A weak man is easy to sell to. A weak man is easy to control. A weak man doesn't ask questions. He just consumes. But you are a philosopher. You are a seeker of truth. And the truth is that you were made for more than this. You were made to reflect the image of the Creator. You were made to be a light in a dark world. Stop feeding the monster. Stop pouring gasoline on the fire. Starve the lust until it has no choice but to die. It will scream. It will tell you that you need it. It will tell you that life is boring without it. That is a lie. Life only truly begins when you step out of the fog of desire and into the sunlight of discipline. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Choose a new way of thinking. Choose a new way of seeing. Protect your eyes, guard your heart, build your kingdom. The glance is where it starts, but your choice is where it ends. Stay sharp, stay disciplined, and for the sake of your soul, look away." Subscribe for more free, valuable videos.